We're following a developing story in Acapulco, Mexico, where the military and state authorities have seized the city's entire police force.
In this edition, Naples, the Italian city most associated with the mafia crime syndicate.
Many criminal gangs terrorizing our streets are nothing but puppets, all controlled by the mafia in Italy.
Imagine a hood so dangerous than hell itself. Well, in today's video, we're getting into something intense, the top 5 hoods, so dangerous. They are hell on earth. From Petare, Venezuela, to the streets of Trench Town in Kingston, Jamaica, these places aren't your typical hoods. They're a whole different ball game. In this video, let's explore the stories that make these neighborhoods incredibly dangerous. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Please note, this video was made for entertainment purposes only. Petare, located in Caracas, Venezuela, is known for its high population and widespread poverty, making it a challenging place to live. This slum area was founded back in 1621 by Spanish conquistadors, and now, almost 400 years later, it's home to all kinds of crimes. With over 369,000 people living in the area, Patare is also one of the most populated slums in the world, which goes on to show why poverty is so widespread in the area. And if that wasn't bad enough, Patare also faces organized crime, particularly with the presence of gangs like the Alexis Gang. Consisting of more than 200 members, the Alexis Gang holds considerable influence in Patare, engaging in serious criminal activities such as murder for hire, drug trafficking, and extortion. Due to the presence of these gangs, the area often turns into a battlefield.
Violence you would see in Petare, you would see gang violence. When these gangs have a shootout, if you're in the middle of the shootout, you're gonna get hurt.
And these criminal activities didn't even stop during the worst days of the COVID-19 pandemic. Reports suggest that due to the high criminal activities at night, the residents of Petare mostly have their parties and other gatherings in the morning because socializing at night in Petare is like inviting the gangs to your doors. The Alexis Gang's substantial membership allows them to control various sectors within Petare, which they label as zones of peace. However, this term contradicts the grim reality, as the peace maintained by the gang often comes at a hefty cost. Despite the daily challenges and dangers, the residents of Petare have somewhat accepted their fate. It's safe to say that these residents tolerate criminal activities in exchange for protection, which only shows how these people are forced into making difficult choices in an environment where organized crime dictates terms and survival often involves compromising personal principles for safety. Renacimiento, located in Acapulco, Mexico, unfortunately, carries a dark reputation as a real-life war zone. What was once a vibrant neighborhood has now become synonymous with frequent military-style attacks, turning it into an area fraught with continuous danger and insecurity. And it won't be wrong to say that Acapulco is almost a ghost town at this point. For years, Acapulco has faced violence and warlike situations. But as of the recent events, the area is witnessing a challenging battle against gang violence, solidifying its unfortunate status as one of the most violent cities globally.
And now it's become one of the most violent cities in Mexico, if not the world. I got a first-hand look during 4 harrowing days on the ground.
In fact, according to a 2020 report, it stands as the second most violent city in the world, with a murder rate of 111 per 100,000 residents. Once celebrated for its beauty and tourist attractions, this city now has to deal with the harsh reality of residents living in constant fear. Even though the dominant drug cartel that held control over the city is no longer as active as it was a decade ago, residents of the city still face challenges due to the smaller yet equally menacing gangs like 221 or Los Locos. These gangs are known for having control over specific streets and areas. One might think that these smaller gangs aren't as harmful as the bigger cartels. But the truth is far different from that assumption. These smaller gangs are often involved with cartels and bigger gangs. Not only that, but these smaller gangs have their own disputes going on with each other, which means that at any time of the day, any area of the city can turn into a war zone. According to The Guardian, the city witnessed the most violent years from 2012 to 2016. Apparently, in only the first half of 2016, there were over 460 murders reported in the city. Surprisingly enough, the victims were not some big-shot people. Instead, they were security guards, small business owners, and taxi drivers. Reports suggest that these people are forced into paying a large protection fee to these gangsters. But if one fails to do so, losing their life is one of the consequences they face. After all, the neighborhood is known for well-orchestrated military-style attacks, so getting killed over the protection fee isn't uncommon. Bario Medina. At number 3, we have Bario Medina, located in San Pedro Sula, Honduras. Bario Medina is unfortunately known for several gangs having control in the area, especially Barrio 18 and Mara Salvatrucha. Barrio 18 and Mara Salvatrucha, both formidable gangs with bad reputations, have staked their territories within Bario Medina. The conflicts between these gangs extend beyond territorial disputes, causing a constant cycle of violence that directly impacts the lives of innocent residents. Several incidents of innocent residents being killed during these conflicts have been reported. One might think that the police must be there to help the residents, but guess what? Bario Medina is just like any other dangerous area in the world, where the police are probably the most useless thing ever. The stories from Bario Medina paint a very sad picture of a community thrust into the midst of gang warfare. Apart from gang wars, Bario Medina residents also have to struggle with political unrest, which further complicates everything. Not only that, reports even suggest that despite having such a small population, Bario Medina accounts for over 42% of the world's homicides. In short, this is the place where spending a single day is nothing less than a whole challenge. Even though tourists don't go there in the first place, the ones who have to go to Bario Medina for work or other reasons have to keep an armed driver or bodyguard with them. Can you imagine living in such a neighborhood? Don't go anywhere yet. The last hood on our list today will blow your mind. Fisk Corn. Fisk Corn, which is located in Detroit, Michigan, has gained a reputation for having exceptionally high crime rates, making it stand out as a challenging place to live. In this neighborhood, violent crimes are a lot more common than what you typically find across the country, putting residents in a constant state of danger.
Detroit's criminal gangs have a reputation for street violence.
40 shots fired, just unbelievable, in the middle of the day.
The situation in Fisk Corn is pretty tough, as the crime rates here are a whopping 431% higher than the national average. This means that the residents of Fisk Corn regularly face incidents of violence, making it a place where residents have to be on high alert as they go about their daily lives. As per the reports, for crimes like assault, murder, rape, and robbery, the hood is above the national average by 27%. With a population of about 3,800, the median income per household here is about $23,000, which is about 60% lower than the national housing income average. Not just that. The unemployment rate in the area is 10%, which is also about 120% higher than the U.S. national average. It's evident that the problem in Fisk Corn isn't just about the gangs, but also the poor living conditions that make it difficult for anyone to live a good, fulfilling life in the area. No wonder the population of the area has been continuously dropping over the years. Number 5, Trenchtown. Last but not least, we have Trenchtown in Kingston, Jamaica. Located in St. Andrew, Trenchtown is nothing less than hell on earth. Known for being one of the most dangerous hoods in the world, Trenchtown didn't let Bob Marley's words go wrong. Nothing good really came out of this town, and even now, things are only getting worse. Reports suggest that even going to school is nothing less than a survival game in this area. In fact, what used to be a routine journey for kids going to school has turned into a source of fear, highlighting the lasting impact of the challenging conditions in the area.
Trenchtown, to be exact, harsh criticisms leveled at the police. The reason? An ongoing feud residents say is spiraling out of control.
The atmosphere in Trenchtown is marked by continuous anxiety, especially for the younger residents. Gang violence is not an isolated incident here. It's an ongoing force that shapes the daily lives of the community's residents. Gangs like Fatherless have had their control on most areas of Trenchtown for decades, and just like any other hood on this list, this town hasn't witnessed a day of peace in years. The use of drugs is common, but that's not the only problem. The power show in this town has taken the lives of many innocent people. Many incidents have been reported, and curfews have been implemented in Trenchtown, but nothing has really helped. In 2021, a 16-year-old girl and a 23-year-old boy were killed in a shooting, which only speaks volumes about the ongoing conditions of Trenchtown. The condition is so bad that the U.S. Embassy has stopped its staff from visiting this area. The police in Trenchtown are also famous for joining hands with the gangs, so one can't feel safe when surrounded by police here either. And with that, we are done for today. Keep an eye out on the channel for more such videos. Thanks for watching. Do not forget to subscribe for more interesting contents. See you all in the next one.